Hello friends, my name is Anand and welcome to my channel. In this video, we will be discussing about one of the frequent interview questions for a fresher, which is the differences between static and dynamic testings. So we are going to see the differences between static and dynamic testings. So static testing, it is nothing but the testing that we do on the application without giving any input to the system or without doing any actions on the system. So without doing any actions on the system, if you try to test an application, it will be called as static testing. Whereas by doing some actions or by giving some input to the system, if you are trying to validate the output given by the system, we simply call it as dynamic testing. So dynamic testing also called as validation, whereas static testing also called as verification. So static testing mostly concentrates on the documentation part and UI part of the application. Static testing is done mostly on the documents like FRS, SRS documents, test plan documents, test scripts, test cases, etc. Whereas dynamic testing mostly concentrates on the functionalities of the application. So by giving some input to the functionalities, it will be checking whether the functionalities are satisfying the given requirements of the customer or not. So in static testing, we'll be applying different techniques, or we'll be using different techniques like inspections, reviews, walkthroughs, peer reviews, etc. So for dynamic testing, we'll be using different testings like unit testing, integration, system acceptance, etc. So static testing is basically started along with the SDLC process. Means that static testing will be done in the early stages of your SDLC, application development process, whereas dynamic testing will start in the later stages. Once we start the development or once we start the testing part, we will actually use the dynamic testing on the application, right? So these are some of the differences between static and dynamic testings. Thank you.